Good morning to you. Hey, it's time, 9 for 9, with me, Pastor Carzadean. How are you this morning? It is so good to see you guys this morning. I sure hope you will tune in with me for just a few minutes. If you're tuning in, if you've already caught me on live, would you go ahead, please, and share so somebody else can join in this conversation with us? Oh, my goodness, this morning, I need some people to focus, and I just want to know, is anybody listening? Is anybody listening this morning? Hey, stay right there. I'll be right back. Hey, I said I'd be right back, and I'm here. Listen, I'm going to tag a couple of people myself. But if you're here, why don't you tag somebody for me so they can come on in? Oh my goodness, if your name shows up, hey, it's just because I'm remembering at this very moment. If your name doesn't show up, it's just because I did just didn't remember at this moment. But is anybody out there listening? Is anybody listening this morning? That's a question I have this morning. I want us to talk about that. You know, when I was in the classroom many years, I would use a sign to get my children's attention. And I would say, stop, look, and listen. And they knew that thing to a T. You know, before I would start instruction, before I would give them explanations, before we would get the day started when they were a little chatty, I would simply say, stop. Eventually, they would look and somebody would say, listen. Is anybody listening this morning? You know, that sense of listening is so important. We can see things, we can talk about things, but we sure enough have to learn how to listen to the things going on around us. You know, sometimes we're so busy looking for the change when we should be listening for the direction. The season is changing. The fall is presenting itself. Hey, it's the month of October. Fall is here. And everywhere I go, I see signs that say, hello, fall is here. Hello, fall. People are excited about this change in season. You can watch the different leaves turn colors. You can watch things happen that you know are going to happen because the trees are going to eventually become bare. But listen, is anybody listening this morning? Are you listening to the direction that the earth is going? Are you listening to the signs of the time? Wow. Are you paying attention when you're even on the highway? Are you listening for sirens? You know, they tell us that something is going on either ahead or something has happened. Are you listening when you're looking? Hey, stop, look, and I need to tell you, you need to listen. Are you listening this morning and hearing the direction and instruction that are being given? Or are you just taking matters into your own hands and going the way you want to go? Are you listening when your boss maybe gives you instructions? Or are you listening when your parents begin to talk to you and tell you some things that, hey, you don't feel like hearing, but you need to listen? We don't always want to listen. We may hear things around us, but are we really tuning in and listening? You know, with listening comes the power to comprehend. Wow. With listening comes the power to understand. And so that knowledge and understanding that we want to gain, hey, listening and doing come together. Let me give you James 1:19. It says this, my dear brothers and sisters, hey, I'm talking to us this morning. Take note of this right here. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Wow. Now I wonder why it went on to angry. Because sometimes when we're not listening, we need to stop, look, and listen. Because many times it says be quick to listen, Many times we don't even hear what the other person said. We don't hear the warning sign that's trying to stop us from a calamity because we're steady going headstrong. It says be slow to speak. Wow. Because when you're listening and you don't just jump in there, you can prevent an argument. You know, that's my pause time, my wait time, to give you a moment to marinate on that. When you're slow to speak, you may prevent an argument. You may prevent the tearing up of a relationship. When you're slow to speak and you what? Listen. Is anybody listening? You know, let's think about an argument. Even if you've never been in one, you may have experienced someone else being in one. You maybe even have heard an argument. Let's just take it to the television, okay? You're watching a show and an argument breaks out. And oh my goodness, they're just going back and forth and you're looking like, what? What just happened? Do you know somewhere in the atmosphere when that's you, when you're a part of that argument, there is something going on in the atmosphere that's saying, hey, what just happened? Because we're not listening. Sometimes we hear what we want to hear. You know, our parents would often tell us we have selective hearing. We hear what we want to hear. And many of us, I hate to tell us, don't really hate to tell you, we have selective hearing even now. We'll hear somebody giving us praises. We'll hear somebody chummying up to us. But as soon as somebody tries to help us, by maybe some correction, we don't want to hear that. We have selective hearing when we hear only the part that helps us do it right, only the part that may be a correction. We didn't hear all of the encouragement, you see, that came before it. Many of us have that selective hearing. And sometimes that selective hearing, instead of listening, can bring in a negative thought instead of the positive intention that was there. Oh my goodness. Is anybody listening this morning? I have to remind you, it said, everyone, me too, should be quick to listen. Just stop. Stop talking. Did you hear that? Stop talking for a moment and let someone else share with you. Sometimes we have to just be quiet. And in that being quiet, you know, man upstairs says, be still and know I'm God. In other words, you're not him. You can't run the earth. You can't take care of everybody's issues. Wow. But is anybody listening this morning? Is anybody taking in what's being said this morning? Hey, I'm just sharing. I don't want you to have selective hearing when you come on 9 for 9. I need to know, is anybody listening? Is anybody really tuning in to the ideas and the thoughts that are coming forth? Am I an expert? I certainly am not. Hey, I'm just a sharer. I just want to encourage. I want to motivate you to do better. Because guess what? Everything that's coming forth from here is going in here first. I'm listening. I'm trying to learn. I want you to join me in listening and learning. Be slow to speak. Quick to listen, slow to speak. And if you're slow to speak and quick to listen, you'll be slow to become angry. Because that thing called anger takes us to a whole different place. And then we can't hear anything. Are you with me this morning? Hey, if you're there, guess what? I'm almost at my time. That's my 9 for 9, and I'm about to head into a little overtime. But what I like to ask, share this message with somebody. Type their name in the comment. I thought of the first 2 names that came to me at the moment, Dina and Ashley, and I appreciate you. I'm going to try to tag some more people. But would you help me out this morning and do a tag for me? Also, are you listening? Is anybody listening? Could you please go to Facebook? Oh, we're there. Go to YouTube and find Rhema CFM Virtual. Rhema CFM Virtual. And we'd like to ask you to subscribe. Hey, is anybody listening? I'm listening this morning, but y'all know I'm also doing. Listening and doing. I want to do this right here. Oh, by the way, do y'all see my cup? Not sure if you can read it. I'll bring it a little closer, but it says, good morning, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I'd like to give a shout out to my good friend. Most people thought she was the cookie lady, but she's got some other skills. It says, Good morning, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Octavia Thomas. I appreciate God for you. So guess what? This morning, because of my good friend, I'm going to use this cup and start my day with my cup of positivity. Won't you join me? See you next time.